Thought Cafe presents 7 Things Introverts Secretly Think But Never Say. Are you tired of feeling like nobody understands you? Do you ever wish you could just speak your mind without feeling judged or misunderstood? Well, you're not alone. As an introvert myself, I know firsthand how frustrating it can be to keep our deepest thoughts to ourselves. That's why I've created this video to share with you some of the most honest and emotional thoughts that introverts keep hidden from the world. Number 1. I wish people wouldn't assume that I am unhappy or depressed just because I am quiet. Introverts tend to think deeply and process information internally before speaking up, and we may not feel the need to fill every silence with conversation. However, many people assume that if we're not constantly chatting and laughing, there must be something wrong, that we're unhappy, depressed, or just plain bored. This assumption can be frustrating for introverts, especially when it leads to others trying to fix us or constantly asking if we're okay. It's not that we're upset or in a bad mood, we're just being ourselves. In fact, being quiet can actually be a sign that we're content and comfortable in our surroundings. So, the next time you encounter a quiet introvert, don't assume that they're unhappy or need cheering up. They may just be enjoying the moment in their own way. Number 2. I'm not really shy, I just prefer to listen and observe before I speak up. Many people assume that introverts are shy or socially anxious, but that's not always the case. While some introverts may struggle with shyness, others are perfectly comfortable in social situations. They just prefer to approach them differently than extroverts. For introverts, listening and observing before speaking up can be a valuable way to gather information, process their thoughts, and make meaningful contributions to conversations. It's not that we're afraid to speak or lack confidence in our ideas, we just prefer to take a more deliberate approach to communication. Number 3. I get frustrated when people interrupt me or talk over me because it takes me a while to formulate my thoughts. As introverts, we tend to think deeply and process information internally before speaking up. This means that we may take a bit longer to formulate our thoughts and ideas than our extroverted counterparts. While this can lead to insightful, well-crafted contributions, it can also make us vulnerable to being interrupted or talked over. When someone interrupts us or talks over us, it can be frustrating and even anxiety-provoking for introverts. It's not just that we feel disrespected or unheard, it's that we may need a bit more time to gather our thoughts and express them clearly. Number 4. I don't hate people, I just need more alone time to recharge my social batteries. As introverts, we tend to get our energy from being alone or in quiet, low-stimulation environments. While we enjoy spending time with others, socializing can be draining and can quickly deplete our social batteries. This means that we may need more alone time than extroverts in order to recharge and feel ready to face the world again. It's important to remember that introverts aren't antisocial or misanthropic. We just have different needs when it comes to socializing. We may need to take breaks from socializing in order to recharge, even if we're having a great time. Of course, this can sometimes be misunderstood by others. Some people may assume that introverts are unfriendly or standoffish because we need more alone time. Number 5. I find it hard to open up to new people, but once I do, I'm fiercely loyal. As introverts, we tend to be more reserved and cautious when it comes to socializing with new people. We may feel hesitant to open up and reveal too much about ourselves until we feel comfortable and trust the other person. This can sometimes come across as shyness or aloofness, but it's really just a reflection of our natural inclination towards introspection. However, once an introvert has established a connection with someone and feels comfortable around them, we tend to be incredibly loyal and devoted friends. We may not have a huge circle of friends, but the ones we do have are often very close and meaningful to us. Number 6. Small talk is exhausting. I'd rather have deep conversations or just enjoy some silence. As introverts, we tend to prefer deeper, more meaningful conversations over small talk. This is because we value authenticity and depth in our relationships and find it hard to connect with people who are only interested in surface-level chatter. Small talk can also be exhausting for introverts because it requires a lot of social energy to maintain. We may feel drained and disengaged after long periods of small talk and may need time alone to recharge our batteries. Instead, introverts often prefer to have more meaningful conversations with others, where we can discuss our thoughts, feelings, and ideas in depth. Number 7. Being invited to a party is nice, but I might not show up because I'm not in the mood for crowds. As introverts, we often find large social gatherings, such as parties, to be overwhelming and draining. While we appreciate the gesture of being invited, we may not always feel up to attending these events. This is because large parties can be incredibly overstimulating, with lots of people, noise, and activity, which can leave us feeling exhausted. It's important to note that this doesn't mean introverts don't enjoy socializing altogether. We simply prefer to do so in smaller, more intimate settings, where we can have meaningful conversations with others without feeling overwhelmed. As an introvert myself, I know how challenging it can be to navigate a world that often values extroversion over introversion. But the truth is, introverts have so much to offer the world. Our quiet, thoughtful nature allows us to be incredible listeners, deep thinkers, and fiercely loyal friends. So if you're an introvert watching this video, know that you're not alone. And if you're an extrovert watching this video, I hope you gained a deeper understanding of what introverts go through on a daily basis. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.